Hi, I'm Holly, and here's my audience. Here's Chris, here's Jasmine, and here's Troy. I want to hit on the topic of medical marijuana use for many ailments here across the United States. I have personally been with someone that has had a seizure. I worked in a group home with disabled individuals. The individual I was walking with one day was about to have a seizure. You can tell by some of the clasping they do with their voices. His eyes rolled back, his body became very rigid. I was able to grab a hold of him and I just held him firm until the agitation left his body, the rigidity, and he was able to stand, collect himself, and we just continued right on. When you have a seizure, it disturbs the activity waves of the brain. The seizure I want to talk about today is Dravet syndrome, which is first comes on in infancy, and it can be a catastrophic type of seizure for children. It is a severe myoclonic epilepsy. It's a rare form of an intractable epilepsy beginning in infancy. So I want to tell you a little bit about the oil that's making some leeway with seizure activity. This is Dravet syndrome. The oil I want to talk about, CBD, the very popular form of it is known as Charlotte's Web. This type of oil is an extracted oil from the marijuana plant. It is very low in THC, and the THC is the high euphoric high you get that many smokers want from marijuana when they use it. The CBD oil is very low THC, which is a non-psychoactive form of the marijuana plant. This is why it is being used throughout. It's able to be used medically due to the fact that it's the non-psychoactive behaviors, and this is why many families are pushing for the legalization of CBD oil from a Scheduled I narcotic to something a little bit lesser, so it's a lot easier for families to get their hands on and use for the treatment of their children. Each year there's 150,000 new cases of epilepsy occurring here in the U.S. 1/3 of those people are unable to be treated with the current seizure medications that we are providing them. So they live with no available treatment for them. So the CBD oil that I'm talking about, when you use it, it is a liquid form. You are not able to smoke this. There's many families that have moved to Colorado due to the legalization of this medical marijuana, and they are able to get this oil that they need for their children. Legislation is currently reviewing the use of this oil for the suffering debilitating seizures, and currently, as of June 7, 2015, there are 15 states that have okayed the use of this oil. People like to use the oil due to the fact that seizure medications, there's many side effects with seizure meds. There's dizziness, there's nausea, headaches, vomiting and fatigue, ataxia, blurred vision, tremors. They say coming off of seizure medications is like coming off of heroin. When you take the CBD oil, though, there hasn't been very many proven side effects. If anything, very minimal effects. Actually, the CBD oil can reduce the intoxicating effects of the THC. So I want to show you about the 5 men, a picture of the 5 gentlemen. They are known as the Stanley brothers. They are some of the first gentlemen that came up with the renowned oil known as Charlotte's Web. This oil came about, and I'm going to show you a picture. This is Charlotte Bigley. She's the girl that actually is leading the fight for this cannabis oil. She was born October 18, 2006. She had several seizures within her first year of infancy. They're saying she was having up to 30 minutes, or a seizure every 30 minutes. She wasn't able to speak. She was sitting in a wheelchair. She was actually on the DNR list, and her family was kind of hoping that she possibly would die due to the fact of so much pain and what she went through every single day. The next child I'm talking about, this is Paul Borden. He had up to 1,000 seizures a day when he was an infant. After 2 days on this hemp oil, he immediately They noticed immediate results. He was able to crawl, he was able to hold his head up. Very huge results with this oil that he was taking. This child here, Clyde Hyde, he had stage 4 cancer. He was on the medication, political legislation came through, took it away, and the child actually had died due to not being able to take this oil and long-term effects. So parents, please be informed of the information that is out there for you. There's many, many things that you can do for your children to keep them safe. This hemp oil is just one thing out there. You just need to talk with your doctors and be very active in your children's health care. Once again, here's my audience, Chris, Jasmine, and Troy. Thank you.